welcome back to another episode of WJAG-TV.
I'm Havivah Saltz.
And I'm Olivia Duver.
And this is WJAG-TV with your weekly school news. Downtown Athens hosts an array of locally owned stores, including thrift shops. I had a chance to check some of them out.
While many Cedar students shop at Goodwill and America's Thrift Store, plenty others shop at smaller locally owned businesses such as Dynamite, Silly's, and Atomic.
It's just fun because you never know what's going to be there, and it's kind of like a surprise every time.
Dynamite Clothing sells itself as one of Athens' most fashionable and fun shopping destinations for women and men.
They got good jean jackets and more older style hats. Dynamite has an Instagram page so you can kind of know what they have before you go. Because I followed them on Instagram and they had good stuff. So the Dynamite shirts are more vintage-esque, baggy shirts always.
Atomic might be a little on the pricier side.
Atomic Vintage is bigger than Dynamite and Silly's, and it has not only eccentric fashion, but home decor, vinyl, and local art.
If you don't find anything, it's still fun to go and look.
So we have, I want to say at least over 50 vendors in here. For the most part, we try and keep it between 90s and older. The reason why I believe you should shop at stores like Atomic because it supports a local business. Vendors do a lot to make sure the items are ready for you to shop immediately or ready for you to just wear out the store. You can't really do that at Goodwill, but we wash everything, we sew up any buttons, any holes, or anything like that. We're really open to anyone. Anyone who really is just down to put on something crazy and really enjoys the process of getting dressed and being unique.
They have a whole range of just random objects, and it's just a really cool store to go to. When shopping, you just have to have an open mind because you can't really go in and get what you want.
On campus, you'll see a lot of people wearing literally the exact same thing. Whether they're in college or high school, whatever, people who really want to put an emphasis on dressing how they want and being their unique selves, their true selves. The comic's important for that.
I've been thrift shopping my whole life, so when it became a thing to go buy thrift store clothes, it was just okay, this is my style already, so.
Lisa Mende curates a booth at Silly's, a thrift store downtown that has curated sections of secondhand apparel, including some vintage finds. It's probably the most affordable locally owned shop in town.
My friend Bettina Wasserman and I have something called Thrift Craft. We sell vintage clothing and rock and roll clothing.
Silly's, she kind of picks out things that might be trending right now, so you don't have to pick it out yourself. I usually get graphic tees or earrings. They're usually chunky, and I'm always looking for some kind of chunky earring. There's a lot of styles in there that you can find. It's for everybody.
The stuff that we have, unless they're going every day and doing the work that we're doing, they're not going to find the stuff that we have, so they're going to get really unusual stuff. People tend to be very safe. They want to look like their friends. They want to feel that they're not sticking out too much. And I really wish people would change their mind about that and dress because it's fun.
For me, when I came to school, it made me feel really uncomfortable walking around because I didn't want to look like everyone else. And Atomic was kind of a saving grace for me.
And I want people to love wearing our stuff. I want them to have fun in it, which is another reason that we keep our prices reasonable, because I want people to wear this stuff.
I mean, why not buy clothes you like for cheaper, you know what I mean?
Great work, Havivah.
Thank you.
There are many talented students at Cedar, including talented dancers. Let's go to Aaliyah Nowell and Dennis Maganda with the story.
Dance is the physical expression through movement and rhythm. Nobody invented dance, yet it is deep in the heart of every culture. It embraces multiple genres, styles, and traditions, and is constantly evolving. Its roles range from recreational to sacred and cover every form of social purpose. Today, we'll be exploring dance styles at Cedar and how it affects each of these students.
Dance, it really evolved so much, where like to the point where they just did, I guess, from ballroom dancing to like crazy wave dancing, and it's like so much fun to like see different videos from the past and see the present.
I realized I wanted to dance probably like when I started coming to Cedar and I was taking dance classes, and I was like, man, this stuff's really fun. So I was like, let me take it more seriously, and I was like, so just doing dance more. So that's probably when I started doing it more often. It impacts my life because like now I dance more, and like I'm getting more inspiration off of YouTube videos and stuff like that. So yeah.
After we interviewed these dancers, they challenged us to learn a couple of their moves. Here's what happened. First, you're gonna take your right leg.
Right leg.
All right, you're gonna place it like this.
All right, y'all see that? Right leg, place it like this.
All right, then you're gonna take your left leg and you're gonna move it kind of like this.
As part of a new policy, freshmen have to hand their phones over to teachers. Jake Gunterman has the scoop.
For the start of the 2018-2019 school year, a new phone policy has been put in place for 9th grade students meant to create a more productive learning environment.
This year, in the 2018-2019 Freshman Academy, we have a no cell phone policy, meaning that our teachers are equipped with a calculator jacket that we actually put phones into. Last year, we had a lot of distraction due to cell phones, so this year our teachers are prepared and have a space to place cell phones.
Mr. Cottle and all of us kind of started talking about the biggest issues facing the Freshman Academy, and obviously it's phones and drama and a lot of times the hostility and distraction that come with social media. And so we all kind of came up with the idea to start taking the phones during learning time so they weren't as much of a distraction.
I'm 32 years old. I love my phone just as much as kids love their phone. I'm addicted to my phone, so I understand what the distraction is. Like, I get it. It's not past me, but at the same time, there's this time and a place, and I think that school in the classroom setting is neither the time nor the place, so I think that it's a good thing. Teachers are here to teach and students are here to learn, and that cell phones are a barrier for that. Once we set that expectation and we kind of established the reasons why, there hasn't been any issues with giving up phones.
Many students have recognized enhanced classroom performance from the removal of their phones.
The best part about it is that I know that I am getting my work done, because I know that it does distract me a lot, so I know that, yeah. It makes me more focused, so I won't really have to look at my phone.
The best part is I get my work done and don't be texting people, because I forget everything that I was learning in class when I look at my phone.
It makes it not bad because you know that you're improving. You know that at least you're getting your work done, and you know that you're gonna get it back.
Some students see downsides to the policy.
Me personally, I like my phone because it helped me when I work. It helped me when I listen to music. It helps me.
These girls text me, can't text them back till later.
They really shouldn't take up the phones. Just like have certain places in class, in time where you can have your phone.
So the only disadvantage is when people don't bring their computer, because in the past you just say, oh, get out your phone and just go on Google Classroom on your phone. I don't think there's replacement laptops as much this year. So far that's been the only downside. But besides that, the benefits have far outweighed the negatives.
We can work around the computer issue if we can continue to have, more engagement of students.
Teachers and administration are delighted with student performance and would like to see the policy school-wide.
Oh man, I can tell you, walking up and down the Freshman Academy, I'm thoroughly impressed and thoroughly overjoyed with how much teaching is going on.
It has 180 changed the classroom. I can just tell a lot of the students who struggled last year in English and actually have failed English this year are doing really well in my class, and I think a lot of it has to do with the phones being gone.
It's helped, definitely. There's a lot less distractions. Students are focused on what they're here to do at school, which is to learn.
I can tell you right now, our juniors and seniors and even sophomores, if we were to try to impose this, we'd get a lot of pushback. That's why we're doing actually a slow rollout with the Freshman Academy, so that next year when they become 10th graders, they're already acclimated to the process. So when they are seniors, it should be a full 4-year rollout, but we're just going to hold off with upperclassmen because we know what type of fight and backlash that would be.
Now for your sports news.
The volleyball team lost 12-25 last week. We talked to a couple players on how they plan to improve.
Yeah, we're just practicing really hard. We're trying to do a little bit of team bonding so the team can work better together. That's about it. Defense, for sure, because we struggle with defense a little bit. But other than that, I think that's probably our weak spot. I would say our serves have gotten a lot better. And I think our offense is pretty good. We have a lot of really good hitters. My personal goal is to work on my defense, to make sure I get hard hits up. And I think the team would probably say the same. Arm workouts, get your arms stronger, ways to jump up higher, like find exercises to increase your vertical. I'd say that's about it.
Defense. Because sometimes after we get the ball over the net, we get excited before we're ready for it to come back to our side. By being in your spot at the right time, you gotta take time to get from where back to move up for tips and maybe go back if it's not at the tip. I think we do pretty good on serving because most of our balls get over the net and some of us can make aces. Win more than what we did last year. By coming together as a team last year, there was a lot of miscommunication, and this year we're working on that. To be more together because we used to have a lot of arguing back and forth, so we're trying to make a team bond.
Cross country boys team placed 5th out of 13 teams, and the girls placed 4th out of 8. Star runners Winta James and Cam Bush both placed 6th place in their race.
The course was overall the hardest I've had to run in a long time. It was super hilly. It was just really challenging course. I got 6th place overall. There was just this one main really big hill, and it was just definitely the toughest.
Later in the season.
Training, definitely working on my hills because that thing killed me. Yeah, just working my hardest, grinding.
I got 6th place out of I don't know how many girls. There's a lot. I was actually proud of myself because it was a mixture of varsity and JV girls, and from overall of those girls, I got 6th place out of them, so I was very proud of myself. I started in middle school around 7th grade, but then I quit or stopped at 9th grade, and I started back up last year in 10th grade.
What?
I guess knowing that I'm going to be happy afterwards and have a very good emotion-wise, or knowing that this happy adrenaline comes through, it's kind of, yeah, it makes me a little happy. And then knowing that I can succeed in something that's very hard for other people to do. I would say most likely to come join us. It is like it's a very nice crew that we have, so we're very family kind of like in a way. And we uplift everybody, so if you feel like you're not doing well, you are doing absolutely amazing.
It's pretty good, just a lot of turns and everything, and there was the last part where it was a really steep hill and it got really hard, but other than that, it was pretty cool. I really joined cross country to like better my endurance and really to help me with soccer too. So I honestly thought it wasn't going to go as good as I thought it would go. I think I did pretty good for it to be my first race. I mean, honestly, just go ahead and join it. I mean, it's pretty fun. People are chill, coaches chill. You know, if you want to better your endurance and, you know, meet new people, then join.
Make sure to get your tickets to the homecoming game this Friday.
Passwords are simple things, but they're very important, and your passwords might not be as secure as you think. I investigated the issue.
From just simply accessing your phone to accessing your bank account, passwords play a huge role in keeping your information safe. Therefore, having a good one is important. Today, I'm going to see what the people of Cedar know about creating a good password. So, what makes a good password?
I think numbers, letters, characters, uppercase, lowercase, and from what I've heard, if you use like a phrase of something.
Your name, but like with the symbol plus a 3-digit code.
I would say a lot of numbers, maybe like a name of your dog or something.
Something that nobody knows, like nothing, like only you. Like, you know, something so secretive that nobody knows.
I guess just making sure that you have the right combination of numbers and letters just so nobody can guess it easily enough, but you can remember it well enough.
Like, nothing. Like, it could be nothing, and nobody would know, because you'd be like, hey, my password's nothing. You could tell somebody, and they'd be like, huh? But it's nothing. The word, nothing. Boom.
Passwords are hard to do because they're always so picky about what you need to put in there. With the letters and the numbers and whatnot, but I like to do the shift 2 for the little @ symbol is very simple to do, and that one's kind of easy to remember.
Password that's not too short or too long, like just right, and something that nobody can guess.
You know, the right password, you want it long, short, it depends how you want it. And for me, I say short because so I can remember it.
I think your lunch number and at CCSD.
According to IT technician Brian Bray, a good password contains a long phrase and is something that no one can guess.
For instance, dog blue shirt yesterday. Okay, that's a really long password, and it's like almost impossible to what they call brute force. And it may take you a long time to type that out, but it's easy for you to remember. Whereas opposed to if you just have a randomly generated set of characters, that's really easy to forget.
This also means that your typical CCSD email password is not secure. All someone has to do is find out your ID number, and then they're in. Password security has also been a problem at UGA, which implemented an app called Duo last spring to help secure accounts. I had a chance to talk to some students about it.
Okay, so Duo is basically an app where you download onto your phone, and it helps with security checks so that people aren't able to get into your account and be able to kind of hack your information. Or there was an incident where someone tried to change their grade through a teacher's account before. That's why Duo was installed. And we basically what we do is we just download an app, and then it kind of connects all of our information of like UGA passwords and everything to it, and it connects to our phone. So after we download the app and connect our information, we can delete the app. So it doesn't waste any storage or anything.
There are also more benefits to Duo than better account security.
I have noticed that there have probably been less spam emails that I usually get. I mean, you still get them, but maybe just the amount that I used to get when I was undergrad to versus now after using the Duo app.
At first I was super annoyed though, because I was like, this is an extra step I have to do just to log into my accounts. And I was like, great, now I have to get my phone out, log into this thing. But now it's just like automatic now. Just click the thing, hit approve, and go about my life. And you can even choose like how long, if you are using the same computer, you can choose how long, like if you want it for 14 days, you don't have to do it again for 14 days, which is super convenient, especially if you're using your own laptop.
Nuri Langwa was even willing to show me the process of using Duo to log in.
Okay. And if I try to log in, then it'll take me to this process, and I call myself, and then I accept, press 1, and then I'm in. And I can see all my student information, my 811 number, and all my grades, my transcripts, everything. And it's really, really easy.
While CCSD may not yet be implementing apps like UGA does, you can at least make your password more secure by changing it.
In Clark County, starting in middle school, students have the ability to change their own passwords. A lot of students don't know this, and they don't know how to do it. And it may be difficult for them to do at this point in time with the current technology that we make available to them. in order to change passwords, the students can do it in the same way that our teachers and staff and administration can do it, and that is to log into a Windows computer, and once you're logged in, you press Control-Alt-Delete. From the menu that comes up there, you select Change a Password, and then you can change it to whatever you want. A lot of students are unaware of that. I think that maybe teachers and administration could do a better job at communicating that, but I think actually a lot of the teachers and administration are not actually even aware of that. The other thing about that is the students now have Chromebooks. They're issued Chromebooks, and there's not that many Windows computers that the students have access to. So that may be a shortcoming of that system, which in years past, when students had more Windows devices, it was fairly easy for them to access and to use that method, but now that they're using Chromebooks, they don't have access to it. So the usual way that you change your Gmail password and those sort of things, that won't work. The way to do that would be to try to get access to a Windows computer. In some schools, they might have them in the Media Center. I know here they don't have them. They have Macs in the Media Center, and it won't work on Macs. If you really need to change your password, you may get permission from your teacher to log in to the projector computer temporarily. Once you're logged in, press Control-Alt-Delete, select Change a Password. You can change it to whatever you want to from there.
That seems to be all for today, Jags.
I'm Havivah Saltz.
And I'm Olivia Duber.
And this has been WJAG-TV with your weekly school news.